Welcome to Single Tree Nation. I'm your man, Charlie Eblin, the host and owner of Single Tree Woodfire Barbecue. We are here to build community through undeniable hospitality, storytelling, and the perfect plate of barbecue. Welcome back to Single Tree Nation, guys. I'm your man, Charlie Eblin, with our illustrious co-host, Derry Wells.
What is up, everybody?
And as always, Trent is on the ones and twos.
That's me.
Long on the two.
It was the longest two to date.
It was 3, 2.
Two got
Be
stuck.
back in 5.
That's right.
Two again. And one.
You know, the problem is there's no DoorDash back.
That's right. See, he's
See,
behind.
I'm
We're
behind
early,
too.
though.
No DoorDash.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's what it feels like.
Yeah, I know.
The traffic wasn't awful coming over here. Like, I allotted my same amount of time. I pulled up. I'm like 10 minutes ahead. What? Like, I beat you.
So I walked in 1 minute late.
It's fine.
And when I left the restaurant, I'm not going to tell you what time it was.
Okay.
There's no way I should have made it here.
I'm telling you, there's
Until about 10 minutes from now.
We're about to hit a switch in the next 12 minutes or so that Murfreesboro
Yes.
traffic just gets dumb because I shouldn't have done what
Yes.
I did, and I was just casually driving.
Yeah.
So,
I was not casually driving.
sure.
I think I might have left a couple of
Skirts.
indentations
Couple skirts.
in places.
That's all right.
I couldn't have made it here faster on the bike.
Well, that's good.
Yes. And I didn't drive
I
it.
think. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm glad we're all here.
I'm here safe. I'm here safe. And I wore my seatbelt.
Yeah, there you go. 2 for 2.
Episode 39.
39. Yes.
Crazy.
Crazy. Even crazier because I keep, like, of course, I got my little notes, my pages and stuff
Yep.
at home. And as I go back and see the dates getting further and further back in some of the stuff we've covered and, whatnot, and it's like, man, that's just, I know you're going to retread some stuff occasionally just because we do hit a lot of the entrepreneur stuff and whatnot with different people, but it's been cool to kind of go back and kind of put that collection together and see where that's been growing from. I mean,
See where everything's
yeah,
at.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's pretty slick.
like, it's real slick. It's a, I don't want to say an accomplishment, but it feels like a little bit of an accomplishment. So,
Yeah, I mean, look, it's when you think about it from a standpoint of we publish an episode every week.
right.
And I hit the pause button a little, but in 13 weeks, we will have a full year's worth of podcasts.
Right.
Which is, I mean, that's right around
It's
the corner.
impressive. Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's
Absolutely.
It's insane.
It's insane.
who
I didn't think about it like that.
Who would have thunk it?
Wow.
Yeah.
We're 3/4 through a year.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, good for us.
I know.
No, 2/3 through a year. My math ain't mathing today. No, it's 3/4. 3/4. I ain't in school yet. There you go.
Gotta get them
Yeah.
gotta get them math skills back working
Gotta
again.
let the gears get greased
Count
up.
to 16, divide by 2.
That's it.
Yep, you got to get it. For anybody that is coming into Derry's class, figure out how to count to 16 and divide by 2 before school starts, and you'll be ahead of the curve.
Way ahead.
Yeah,
That'll
it will
leapfrog.
be. It'll be outstanding.
It will.
Yeah,
Hey,
outstanding.
by the way, complete change of
Leapfrog.
first of all, side note number 1, when I get tickled and I do that big laugh, I know like I will listen. I don't listen to all our episodes, and I just don't. But occasionally I'll recall something I
Can we
want.
hit the boo button on that?
Boo. Do you listen to all of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So
like pretty much the moment they come out.
okay. And so, but I'll go and hit a highlight, or I'll remember something about an episode that I wanted to look for, or whatever, right? I got a real big laugh on this latest release when we talked about me introducing or meeting my neighbors.
Oh, man.
And I went and made my wife listen. I was like, listen at this. Listen to what's going on. I couldn't have told the story better. Like, it was perfection, like from the day of all that felt. So when I get tickled, I'm like, yeah, that's great. So anyhow,
I love it.
Sidebar number 2 is I come in and I've realized a personal pat on the back that I look for. So after each episode, we always do like our little, wind down, depending on what the evening holds, whatever.
Yeah.
There have been certain episodes, and I can't recall exactly which ones they are. Trent's almost dumbfounded. And I've realized that compliment from Trent's what I look for.
Yeah.
But I need it to be natural. Like, I don't want it to be like, I don't want him to be like, attaboy. No.
Yeah.
But you know when you kind of hit one, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
Some of your Friday feel goods really get me, man.
man, some of my Friday feel goods get me, and some of them I'm like, that's garbage. But then I'll have somebody
No.
talk to me like, hey, man, that's exactly what I need to hear. And I think
Exactly.
it's just with so many people being in different parts of life.
So I don't know if I told you or not. I meant to. And I don't know why I haven't. I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything.
Bored, huh?
Yeah.
Sitting in the garage, just watching the motorcycle.
Yeah, just
Just
sitting
looking
there.
at it.
Yeah.
Harry, bring me a water.
Yeah. Don't even want a beer, just like, yeah. Paquito Mas H2O, man, just a little bit more,
Did you pick that up in the Army? Is that,
Yeah. Sure did.
So did.
So I was in a restaurant last week before, and a gentleman came in, and he was asking me about just in general how things were going, and I was telling him how great everything was, and we're rocking and rolling and having a good time, and be careful what you wish for, because it might come true.
Right.
And people say all the time, I want my business to be busier, or I want to have another unit, or I want to grow, or whatever it is. Well, what happens when that happens, right? And sometimes we don't think about all the things that go on with that. Yeah. So he came in and he sat down, and we were talking about the podcast, and a lot of people don't understand how hard this really is and what all goes into this.
Right.
And we only do half of it.
Right.
Right. There's a whole segment that people don't see on our side, let alone what Trent does, but on our side of booking the guest,
Right.
researching the guest, putting together a show.
Right.
Right. And you do a phenomenal job of putting a show together, and then I throw stuff in top of it. So like we have a great
Flow, ebb and flow,
yin and yang,
there you go,
whatever kind
sure.
of, however you want to look at it, deal, where our side
Peas
to
and
me
carrots.
is the hard part for us. I think on this side is getting the guest and keeping that interesting.
Right.
And then you got Trent, who has to, finagle all the cameras and then come back and, get out all of my blunders and, all the.
There's usually not much, man. I'll be honest.
He's so nice.
He is.
I was
so
telling
nice.
Derry before we started, I'm like, unless something goes really wrong, there's usually
Yeah,
not a
he's
whole
so
lot.
nice.
He
We
is
had the
nice.
intro,
Yeah.
outro, and
Yeah.
cut a couple things here and there, but
Yeah.
y'all make it easy, man.
He knows what the left click's for now. We did determine
Yes.
that.
Oh.
I'm not going to spoil his trick, but
Yeah.
like he's
I'll tell you.
he's learning. So
Hey, Adobe Premiere, if you left click right where you want the transition, there's this nice little button that says default transition, and it'll just
Boom.
do a nice
Hey,
little transition.
masterclass right here on Single Tree Nation.
Tangible takeaways.
I love it.
tangible
I love
takeaways.
it. Hey, go ahead and write down. That's a clip for this week right there, buddy. We're going to put that out
I
there.
keep a pen closed, brother.
That's
Look at that.
And that's left click,
left click on
Left click.
Yeah, and it
left
pops right up.
click, and it pops right up. I love it.
I spent hours on YouTube just this should
Trying
not
to
be,
find that.
This should not be this hard, and sure enough, it's not.
All right, so I'm going to dive into
Let's do that.
this pan I have here
so excited.
for the viewers at home.
We need
OMG.
we need smell-o-vision.
For the
It ain't got the
viewers
trick
at
yet.
home.
I'm telling you, like you took
Yeah.
that lid off that lid, and that just
Yeah.
my nostrils like
So,
Candy
all
popped
right.
up,
So, a little bit of a backstory before we really
Go for that, yeah.
go nuts and have another day here. I went to Boston this weekend.
yeah.
With Toast for the customer advisory board. Got to spend time at their headquarters. Thank you, Toast, for all the support, the sponsorship, the whole deal. They're our technology partner, primary technology partner. We do a lot with Toast. And if you are interested in getting involved with Toast, please let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. But I get to go up there a couple of times a year, hang out with the leadership, hear about all the great things that they've done, all the great things that they're doing. And then they listen to us on the things that they need to fix and or change or whatever. And it's really cool to be a part of a publicly traded company that has 18 restaurant owners. Come and see them 4 times a year, and we tell them, hey, X, Y, and Z is broken. And then you come back 12 weeks later, and X, Y, and Z is not only fixed, but better.
Right.
Which is, it's crazy. They have 112,000 customers.
So
It's incredible.
one small step back in your story here. They have how many customers?
112,000.
112,000. Yeah. And how many are on the customer advisory board?
18.
And Single Tree is on that.
Single Tree
Mr.
Barbecue.
Charlie Eblin himself.
Yep.
That's freaking awesome. I didn't know it was that limited of a number, but that's impressive. What speaks to you, and even being the small town barbecue joint, but also that they can make that improvement that quick and roll through it. So
it's nuts. So I can't really go into details on some things, but just some of the stuff that they've done and how fast they've fixed it and moved forward has been incredible. Absolutely incredible.
That's awesome.
So
that's the way things should work.
So, but while we're there, one of the perks of being involved in this is I have 17 other independent operators that are running small businesses, restaurants, and shout out to my man Jim, who owns Wing Central in Washington State. He does a thing called the Hell Wing Challenge, and it's a really, really, really spicy chicken wing.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, for us, whatever. No, I'm kidding. But it's one of those things like, if you break the record of how many they eat, then you get them for free and you get a T-shirt, the whole kind of deal, right?
Right.
So we were talking about Single Tree, and I've been telling him that I wanted to do something on certain different nights of the week, is how this conversation got started. And he was like, dude, you ought to do like the Hell Wing Challenge, but with ribs. And I went, And then we started talking and got into it. So this has evolved in a matter of a couple of hours of a conversation from
48 hours of real time.
what it started to what it is now. And it's probably not going to finish there. But so I thought, what better than to do than I wanted to talk about this anyways, than
to test it on us.
Just have some ribs.
There you go.
Okay. So now I don't normally sauce ribs. Okay. Where you come to the restaurant, it's a Memphis style rib.
We've covered that before.
Dry rub, the whole 9 yards. So I took these ribs that we smoked and cut them up and basted them in my hot barbecue sauce on the grill. So all the sugars and stuff in that barbecue sauce, as you can see, got nice and caramelized and crusty on the ends, and I'm excited about this.
The smell in here is just like,
so
nice,
isn't it?
Now here's what I wanted to discuss, and Trent's got one of these little things too. This, wash your hands afterwards.
It's like that.
God.
Oh dear, we're doing one of these.
My wife, I made this today. Okay, this is brand spanking new.
Oh boy.
Okay, made this today. The base is my barbecue sauce.
Sure.
Okay, it's my hot barbecue is the base,
which I love. I love that sauce. Top 3.
So, and the
ever.
first taste, it's going to taste just like my barbecue sauce. And then
it lingers.
It says hi to you.
Then we get some
kiss.
cranberries.
And then
little kiss.
It says hi to you again.
Oh dear.
It's got
I can smell the difference.
Yes, yeah, you could. It doesn't smell just like your normal
Nope.
barbecue sauce. There's some acidity on the back end.
Yeah.
And so it's
warmer?
definitely there. It's gonna sneak
I'm
up.
sweating
So
already. Oh, dear.
So my wife took the cap just like that, put her finger on it, and went like that. And within 3 minutes, she was crying.
Oh my gosh! I
Crying?
don't want to do
Crying.
this, y'all.
oh, I'm in.
So
let's get
We've
weird.
done worse
So yeah. no.
or equivalent. I don't know if it's worse.
So here's the deal.
Yeah.
So the initial name for this challenge is, can you conquer the dirty dozen?
Oh my gosh!
So a dozen wings with this,
Or
or a dozen ribs.
A dozen
dozen-
ribs is a lot.
A dozen ribs with this sauce.
Oh my
Okay. So
gosh.
what we're going to do is this.
Oh my gosh.
We're each going to get a regular hot sauced rib.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to eat it and we're going to enjoy, and we can discuss and we can critique and go the whole 9 yards. Okay.
Okay.
Because the
okay.
rib recipe itself is new, right?
Well,
Like
this
you-
is a hot rib, right?
But
So
it's
this
a hot
is
rib.
this is a
That's
sauced,
my favorite. Yeah.
caramelized hot barbecue rib.
And
Okay.
then you're gonna
And then-
ruin it.
And then so what I'm planning on doing is
and then we're gonna bring the funk.
Oh,
this will be the base. Okay.
Yep.
And then I'll baste it one more time in this new
That
sauce.
sounds like a bad idea.
Okay. And it'll go on a full tray. And then it'll get dusted with Trinidad scorpion pepper.
No.
Why?
Oh,
No,
God. Okay.
That sounds.
Okay. And then it's going to have
This could kill
a
someone.
pint of mac and cheese that may or may not be kind of spicy as well.
Have a little.
Kick. Little kick.
Hello.
Yeah. How you're doing?
I'm terrified.
And then some cornbread just to be nice.
Mm.
Okay. So, and you have to eat all 12 ribs, all mac and cheese, and the cornbread. And if you do that, you get it for free and you get a Dirty Dozen t-shirt, which my wife is currently in the process of designing.
Is she only making like 12 of them?
Oh, we're going to promote the heck out of it.
I'm sure you are. But
I'm going to put it on Channel 5 just to get everybody
you're gonna
involved.
have some.
And then we also have, it's early enough now I can say it, people won't remember. We got Channel 5 coming to the restaurant. And then I'm going to get Bo and Christy to come to the restaurant.
Oh.
So we're going to do a little.
Little Murfreesboro flair
little
on the
flair.
sticky hog.
All right.
Did you make a hot sticky
You want
hog?
Yeah.
one? All right. Grab a hold.
I've been eyeing this.
Don't
one.
matter
I
whichever
know.
one.
I know.
Don't matter.
But I've
Grab a
been
hold.
eyeing. So we're going with just this first without the.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
put anything else on it.
All
We'll
right.
just rock and roll with this.
This is with your normal store version hot
Hot
barbecue sauce.
barbecue.
I'm gonna go with this darkened.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, the way that this rib pulls right now.
Dang, dude.
That's already.
That's so good.
Was that tasty?
That is already
Was that
just
tasty or what? Oh man,
my word, friend.
That low key might be the best rib I've ever had.
that's what you call
Perfection.
That is insanely good.
delicious. Look, I love when we cook our ribs because they pull off the bone and there's nothing left, but they still got that little texture bite to it.
Right. Just enough you kind of got to work for it.
Everybody always talks about having them
Fall off the bone.
fall off the bone rib.
I like it when you tell people that I'm gonna say quote unquote don't know, and you're like, well, that's technically overdone. And you're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I mean, technically, I'm not. You enjoy it the way you enjoy it, but technically,
By the book.
this right here is insanely good.
That is so good, Charlie.
Pretty tasty. You like that?
Gosh, my friend,
So I
it's
think
like
this
you own a barbecue joint.
I've thought about it.
Yeah, this is like
Man, that's good.
this is so good.
I love it when it's
So like
hot,
this, I want to do this
just every day.
just like every day, just
I would get, man.
Thursday hot
You can do that.
barbecue wing or hot barbecue rib.
You
Whatever.
can do that. You can absolutely do that.
Support you.
Just as a special to kind of highlight. But
Man, that's tasty. That is absolutely tasty. You tell me go ahead and jump in on that next one? Man. Jump in on the next one, huh?
All right, so the next one.
Man, I don't want to ruin this. It's just so good.
So, look, all I want you to do is just try this for me.
I'm going to try it.
Okay?
I want to try it. No
'Cause-
sissy.
But you can get... Now, you got to remember, before you bite into that, when I do these ribs,
Right.
it's going to be basted like the hot sauce is on this.
Yeah.
It's going to be basted into the meat.
Right.
And then I'm going to brush them again afterwards.
This is...
You get it close, and it really smells like one of the sauces we had. Yeah. So you can just smell the acidity in it.
Okay, here we go. That's so deceptive.
You think it's hotter than it smells, or weaker than it smells?
I'm just waiting.
That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal.
Caught me on the side there.
Your
not
left
the-
side, your weak joint.
Yeah, it's
I've seen this before.
I've seen this before.
We've
Is
been
that
here?
the ear? Oh, there it
Yeah,
goes.
that was the ear. That was like Charlie. I can't.
I can't hear
So,
anything.
There
It goes.
That's
it
good.
keeps going, but
So yeah, it's the initial bite's not going to be crazy hot, but
I mean, it lingers there, but it's not.
so I think if I baste it,
I'm sure when you got into about number 8 or 9 though of that, it'd be warm.
that's
But
what I'm saying.
Just eating one right now, man, that's good. That's good. Kind of reminds me about bottle number 6. Literally, like where it started getting pretty warm. Maybe it's number 5. No,
is
it's
it just
6.
gonna stay there?
But it's gonna sit. Yeah.
Yeah, it just sticks with you. There's so much honey in my hot sauce
Yeah, I
that
feel it.
it just kind of coats.
That's good. That's real good.
Oh yeah, it's
So here's the question:
Yeah.
should it be hotter?
hell no, no.
For the look,
You're trying
just
not to
a
give
hot
away
barbecue.
ribs. I get it, but no. I feel it. It just keeps going.
It does keep going. Like it's building up.
It's definitely.
And I dunked mine 3 times. So I got a good amount of sauce on there.
you think you would do?
But you also said you're going to hit it with the powder.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I think
Probably too much.
that's delicious, though. I mean, it's got a little hey mama to it, but that is
It's pretty good though.
God, it's dang good. It's dang good.
Be good on some wings too.
Oh, you're doing wings too? Is that what you
If I
said?
got the hot sauce, I might as well.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's
Cammy, you can't have this.
I mean, that's right.
I'm gonna do one more.
It's still sitting there.
I like it.
It's so flavorful though. It's like a delicious punishment.
It makes me happy.
Wrong show, Trent.
Yeah, delicious punishment. What the hell? Sorry,
I don't know your full lineup. That's the wrong
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, yeah. That's the STP after hours.
That's what he was watching a
That's
few
right,
weeks ago when we
guys.
came in.
I wasn't going to go there again, but you know.
Oh, that's outstanding.
The ribs themselves are they're so good.
That
Charlie.
rib, I mean, people can't see it. Like, I'm literally trying to just pull it apart. Juice is just dripping from this thing. The ribs are phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you.
Literally
But,
perfect.
like, I mean, seriously, look, that is still just like dripping with goodness.
So this is officially a new menu item.
So it's not there yet.
Yeah, and
but
breaking
I mean,
news.
you consider that's a fair amount, right? Though.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, Every time I've done it too, the same
I'm
thing.
not shying away from it. So
I've been pretty small.
I think
dips.
if you hit this with the powder, I mean, my nose is running. I can feel it. If you hit this with the powder, by the time you get 12 deep,
There's no way.
it's going to be, you'll have somebody finish it, and they're going,
Not be good.
I need some milk.
I think the kicker is going to be you got to eat the back too.
What are you gonna do to that? Put the powder on that too?
It'll be spicier.
If you
A
just
lot
had that as like
spicier.
a equalizer, that would.
The cornbread's your equalizer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like it,
I love hot sauce.
Most people
That
won't.
is hot. It's staying there.
most people will eat
It's building.
the mac thinking, "Oh shit, I can tear this up."
I'm telling you
That'll
right now.
But if it's just as hot as the
You
ribs,
better have some solid wafers ready too.
that's another thing. We're in the process of. I got to write that out too.
You get to 12 of these, though, you're going to
Dude,
be,
you're gonna be hurting.
yeah.
Holy smokes!
So you can call it the Dirty Dozen. I think you're fine.
What'd you call it? Was that it?
That's what we've got it at right now. The question is, should we change names?
Call it the devil dozen. Satan's
It's warm.
butthole
I mean,
dozen.
it's creeping on me. It may be the carbonation here, but
See, I just don't think it's that hot.
You're crazy.
it's not kill you hot. It's the linger.
Which will add up.
Which that's what I'm saying. By the time you get to number 12,
Cammy, you can't have that. It's too hot.
Yeah, no, I had to shoot her away a minute ago.
Cammy, get a job. Wish I could point a camera at her. She's like, I'll take my chances.
You can't have it, Mama.
I signed a waiver, Charlie. I signed a waiver. No, Cammy. I'll burn your little mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those are good, though. That's like, I always, so,
Get you another one. You want?
I'm like, I always, like, I would always get ribs and then, like, get a side of buffalo sauce and, like, dip them in that. And I've always kind of felt bad about it. But
It's funny you say that. So my original thought was to make it 12 bones.
yeah.
And the first bone was just original Memphis style
Ooh.
bone. Okay.
yeah.
The second bone was garlic parmesan rib.
That's not a bad take, too.
That'd be
The
cool.
third
Yeah.
bone,
That'd be
buffalo.
hard, though, right?
the fourth bone, just regular hot barbecue like these. Right.
So you would just have all the multiple slabs and just.
And then just start going
Yeah.
up in heat level,
Yeah.
like the
Hot Ones
Hot
challenge.
Ones challenge.
Right.
But with ribs?
And then if you can get to the last one, yeah, just with ribs, right? I'm a barbecue joint. So,
That's, I
Just
just
kinda
almost
with
like
ribs.
that.
but then I got to have 12 different sauces
Yeah, that would be
All the
a
time.
lot of work.
Yeah.
all the time.
That's a lot of work.
And how many people are going to order it?
Man, that's super intriguing to me.
Maybe-
I would be all over that.
Maybe
Doing
make
this,
that
there's no
challenge
chance. I would
like
not do
one
this.
of your events. You know, like when you're hosting the veteran meetup or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be
you,
cool.
you got 10 guys. Hey, we're going to run through these, and then you know all the sauce you need. Be done with that.
Yeah.
But then to just keep that on the side if you want to do single trees dirty dozen. You know, just you could roll with that. But that's it lingers. Lingering is the biggest thing. And like I said, by the time you get to 12, and if you hit that with any powder, I mean that's going. I think it would
That
be
powder's probably. Ugh. I feel like the powder would
maybe
just kill.
powder the last 4. You go through the first 8, and then those last 4 kind of drive it home. Because I'm telling, by the time that linger and keeps building,
That was my-
that right there. 3 ribs deep and by itself, that's phenomenal. I would use that as a dipping sauce. That is good. I
Like
mean,
that?
now, I mean,
I mean,
don't-
just as yeah.
I don't own my own joint, so I'm not telling you what to do. But if I was a guest taster, I'm like,
You're onto
yeah.
something, man. A rib version of Hot Ones would be a smash.
That's kind of where I'm going with it, right?
That's a smash.
I mean, just and
And that sauce is crazy.
your ribs are good.
Your ribs are so freaking good.
Dude,
That's honestly some of the best ribs I've ever had.
Kind of tastes like pork.
It is, isn't it? I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb.
Beef rib bones about that wide, friend. Like,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Get familiar.
We can do those too.
Who brought the new guy?
He still learned how to count backwards from 3. So 3, 2. Just.
Still two. Still two.
All right, y'all go ahead.
So,
Oh, those are good though.
so that was my
Brainchild.
business. Hey, unexpected takeaway.
Well, I dig it.
Me too.
I absolutely dig it.
So, while I eat this last rib,
Please do.
I haven't eaten anything today, so
Yeah,
Been
you
traveling.
traveling, man.
it's been a doozy.
Yeah.
Honestly, even one time zone difference messes me up too.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
yeah.
I get up pretty early anyway. And then when I travel, especially for toast, I typically get up about 4:30. Go do a little morning gratitude walk.
Right.
Um,
And by the way, for anybody that may not follow you on any social media, your posts this week for that were phenomenal.
Fire.
You had one on, I'm going to call it a pier kind of thing that was looking out. That'd be worth waking up early for right there. Well
was.
done. I mean, that was gorgeous.
dude, it's so quiet.
Yeah.
And to sit out there and just stare at the boats
Yeah.
in the water and not, you get to kind
Is
of
that
go
in
away
Boston
from
Harbor?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's seaports.
Right.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
It looked it, man.
And some of the boats, like I'm not a big yacht guy,
Right.
but I do like those. There was one, it was probably a 30-footer, maybe 32-footer. It's a big boat,
It's a big boat.
right? Especially for us Tennessee boys that most people aren't taking a 32-footer to
Right.
priest,
Right.
you know.
No.
Not a
Not
lot
like
of
you
them
like
out there.
holes in the bottom of it.
Right. But it was one of those where every line on it was perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like there was no, like the motor was up underneath, you know, what they call it, inboard.
Yep.
All the finishings. It was like a Mercedes
Sure.
of a boat.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like just everything's just
Do you remember the
finished.
name of it?
Nope.
Some of my favorite things are
got a picture of it.
how
I'll show
they
it to
name boats.
So that's where I'm going with this conversation.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there. And the first boat that I see is one of those big yachts. And it's 60, 70 foot.
Right.
I mean, it's huge, right? Triple decker, you know, big old boat. And on the side of the boat, it says beer money.
That's awesome. That
Okay. Now,
that's a middle finger to somebody. Like
now
that.
here's what's better. Next to it, an empty slip. The next boat, 24-foot sailboat, small
Sure.
little, you know, one person kind of, two people kind of boat. You know what the name of that boat is? Perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you think. It's not as
Who's the richest out of those two individuals?
probably
beer
whoever's
money.
got the empty slip.
Touche.
Yeah, you know, perspective, baby.
Perspective.
Oh man, that's funny.
But
I mean, and the perspective
I don't know.
there
It
is,
hit me hard.
like, do what you enjoy, and measuring yourself next to somebody else necessarily, you know, I mean, if you want to sail versus go to your 3-level beer money yacht, you know,
that is perspective.
that is a heck of a perspective. Because if I get more joy out of doing that and being out for the weekend versus, you know, my living quarters being, you know, whatever. But I think the perspective's probably got the stronger grasp on
What's really important.
on what's going on and what's important. I mean, that's for sure.
So I got another perspective story for you. How much have you flown?
Me?
Yeah. Flown a lot?
No, 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times?
Yeah.
What airline did you fly?
Yep.
Yeah, that one?
Yeah.
All right. Do you remember if you had assigned seat?
We did have assigned seats.
You did have assigned seat? Okay.
Yeah. Each time I've flown, I've had assigned seats.
So I typically, Trent, you fly a lot?
I mean, I've flown quite a fair amount, but
Who you normally fly with?
Southwest.
Me too.
Yeah.
Aren't they getting ready to up all their stuff
I don't know.
for the assigned seat thing and whatnot?
I have no idea.
I think
to be
they
honest
are.
with you.
Anyway, go ahead.
So they need to.
I think they are.
So we board the plane. I'm the 6th person on the plane. It's a full flight. Long story short, there's an empty seat next to me. Everybody's on the plane. All of a sudden,
Cammy.
I need to sit there.
I need to sit there.
Quote unquote. Okay. So I get up and I let Oompa Loompa sit down. So I'm not a very big man. I'm only 5'7",
Right.
210, 215 pounds. Like, I'm not huge. I'm not. I'm thick. But I'm not Snicker level yet.
Right.
This dude's about my size. Maybe a little bit bigger. Only because he's shorter. He took up more room than me and you both would have taken.
Jeez.
Okay?
That's brutal.
So
He's sitting at Eagle.
I'm in the aisle because I like sitting in the aisle because I can get on and off the plane quick.
I'm running back. You said this was not a full flight?
It was.
It was.
It was a full flight. Sorry.
Well,
okay.
there was 3 total open seats.
Okay.
That all just happened to be in the 3 rows in front of me. Whatever. Seat that I had looked like it was the most comfortable, I guess. So there's another guy that's up against the window who probably should have been sitting in the aisle because he was 7 foot tall. And he's up against the window.
Right.
I mean, he's literally up against the window like this. I'm in the aisle like this. I got my computer, and I'm leaned all the way over. I'm watching my little movie. This guy is in the middle.
Yeah, he is. He don't care what y'all think.
So about halfway through the flight, and here's where the perspective comes in.
Oh boy.
Hey, this dude elbows me in the shoulder.
What?
Do you need something? Yes. I need to use the restroom. Get up.
He said, "Get up to you."
Get up. Look, I wish I could be embellishing this story because it would be way worse
He
if
didn't
I was
say,
embellishing.
"Excuse me, I need to use the like."
No, literally elbowed me in the shoulder and said, "Hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Get up."
Oh my God.
So
Sorry, I'd lose.
I would have had words, and I wouldn't have wanted to cause a scene.
it gets better.
The fact that you told me to get up, not a hey, I'm so sorry to do this.
I
Hey,
know,
like,
that's
I'm-
what
like,
you do.
like,
That's
yes,
what you
just-
do.
Oh wait, it gets better.
Oh boy.
This is
So this troll decides that he's going to go to the bathroom,
it's troll.
and he goes to the bathroom, and then he waddles his little happy ass back over to the seat. Now, when you sit in a chair, do you put your buttocks in the chair first, or do you put your knees in the chair and face to the back of the plane?
What?
I can't even believe you're having to describe it that way.
I'm
can't-
serious.
I can't track this.
I'm serious. So he's walking from the front of the
I would do
airplane.
it except the camera don't lie.
He is walking from the front of the airplane. I'm facing him, just as you are
Yes.
me. And the seats are facing that way.
Yes.
Same way I am. And he just walks sideways and then puts his knees in my seat, and scoots on over with his arms in his belly up against the back of the seat.
What?
Looks at somebody in the back of the plane, sticks his tongue out, and then turns around and flops like I thought the chair broke.
Oh my God.
Okay. Here's my perspective.
Let's hear it.
Charlie's 6 days in on no nicotine at this
Yeah.
point. I'm surprised you didn't just have it come apart right there.
It gets better.
Oh no. How? Oh no.
So he sits down. He gets his seatbelt buckled. And he's still fidgeting around, and 3/4 of him is in my seat still. And
Gosh.
so finally I just reach down and I get the armrest and I just shove it down. Keep in mind, this is like 9:30. We are already supposed to be on the ground.
AM, PM.
PM.
Okay, this is coming home flight.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Already supposed to be on the ground. We're making circles around St. Louis
Oh, jeez.
because they won't let us land in Nashville because there were some storms came
right,
through.
Yeah.
Finally, he sits down. I slam the armrest down. I sit down, and I got my earbuds in because I'm watching a movie.
Sure.
And typically that means don't bother me.
Not typically. That is what that means.
That's exactly what that
It's-
means.
Okay,
Especially
I was
on a
trying to be
flight.
nice.
Yes.
You know, I got my laptop up like this, earbuds in.
All signs point to I'm ignoring you. Please
Yeah.
don't bother me.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
So he gets leaned up just enough in my peripheral and says something. And I knew that he didn't say what I thought he said. So I paused my movie, take my earbud out, and I said, "Excuse me? Did you say something?" He said, "Yeah. I said you could have stayed standing up and I wouldn't have given a shit."
What is
He
this
said that
guy's
to you?
deal?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What?
I looked at him and said, "You could have stayed in the bathroom and I wouldn't have given a shit." Put my earbud back in and hit play on my TV.
Why? What was this man's?
So perspective, right?
Yeah.
Somebody crawled up in a porcupine, something that was pulled out the wrong way. I don't know, but I've never met, like, he was a grumpy little man.
Jeez, dude. Yeah. Perspective. He
Perspective.
could have been worse. What if this is him on a good day? I'd hate to see what a bad day looks like, but like that's just rude. I mean, that's all it is. You gave me 3 small encounters here of this gentleman, and every one of them was rude. So
Not
and
one
who's
of
he
them.
sticking his tongue out back there.
I don't know.
I hope it was somebody he knew, and I
Look,
hope they found it funnier than I did.
I
as
saw
they-
him standing at baggage claim when I'm walking to my truck. And I thought about stopping by. But I had better things to
You
do.
did. There was no need to.
I kept on going. But that was the no nicotine for 8-9 days at that point in time that I was talking. So, yeah.
I think
So
that
perspective.
The get up,
right?
the get up part is there. Just
Look, the elbowing me, like literally elbowing me and saying get up.
I would've-
That was
Yeah.
like I almost told him no. Like that's where he sent me to. It was like, no. You get up.
you can work your way around me.
You can crawl over to the guy in front of me. I care less, but I ain't moving. No.
Who does that,
Jeez.
dude?
I don't.
Common courtesy.
Yeah.
Common courtesy.
Yeah.
That's 100% it right there.
Oh,
Common courtesy.
It was bad.
Is this?
Perspective.
I mean, I hate to go there, but like, is this some Boston stuff? Because I low key have that
he was-
perspective.
He was not from Boston. I heard him talking to somebody on the phone when we landed, and he was
from somewhere else, and he had like 3 different flights. One got delayed. He had to get another flight to come through Nashville to go to wherever the heck he was going. He does something with recording studio stuff. I don't know.
So he may have had a day as well.
He had a
But
day.
you don't
You
have
don't
to
do that.
be
You
rude just
Look.
because you've had a day.
I had a day too,
Yeah.
No
but
kidding.
that doesn't mean you
More
treat
times
people
than
that way.
not, anytime you're flying, you're gonna have a version of
Right.
a stressful
Yes.
day.
Yes.
To
Oh,
not
yeah.
take that into consideration.
100%.
Just unacceptable,
Yeah.
man.
God, dude.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well,
Well,
So-
I'm glad you saw an awesome boat name, so that gave you some perspective on all this.
hey, what do we say down here? Bless his heart. right?
Bless his heart. That's exactly right. Bless
needs
your
that.
heart. That's,
It's the most disrespectful thing.
here's both middle fingers. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what I
exactly.
just told you
Yeah.
in the most kind way.
In the nicest way possible. Yeah.
You think old women down here realize what that's been turned into?
Oh yeah.
I did like
I feel like they might have known the whole
the
time.
whole time. We'll let you young ones pick
That's
up
what
on
they. That's
this,
what they
but
meant the whole time. Yeah.
This is me, my perspective. I'm being kind to you while
Bless
we in
your
church.
heart.
Bless your heart.
That's so good.
Preacher can't say nothing then.
Yeah.
Like that's
Bless him.
bless. Gosh,
Bless that man.
Man.
He
Yeah.
needs
So
it,
that
bro.
was.
What a story.
I took an epic trip that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Met a lot of cool people. Talked about a lot of cool stuff, and had to cap it off with
That.
that.
friend.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
I hope I see him again.
I hope.
I'm going to skip down here in episode number 39.
39.
39 because it ties in. I wanted a Boston tie-in since you had just gotten back. And first of all, there's not many 39s in any sort of
Yeah, I was
No.
struggling.
professionalism
Yeah.
sports. Top 2 I found that were probably most notable were Larry Zonka.
Okay.
And if you're not old enough, you're not going to know who he is anyway from the NFL. And then Dwight Howard worked for about 3 years with different spots. The key here to the Boston tie-in, though, there were 39 signers of the U.S. Constitution.
Oh,
So little Boston tie. I know it's not quite the same, but close enough. So
Yeah.
fun fact Fridays.
Fun fact
Fun
Friday,
fact
sure.
Fridays.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, 39. 40s next week.
That
man.
sounds like another segment. Fun fact
No, we
Fridays.
got no. We're going to have just a show of segments. Pop, 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 done. Just
I like fun facts. You
fun
don't like
fact
fun
Friday.
facts? It's great.
Define fun fact though. So see, it could get real boring real fast. So anyway,
Yeah.
school year's back, and is there anything I wrote? What does your family look forward to with the school year? Is there anything that? Because I know your boys and stuff, they keep y'all pretty busy through the school year.
You know,
Or through the summer rather. So
we honestly we enjoy the school year.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's some of it obviously has to do with sporting events and stuff like
Sure.
that tie together. It means football's about to start back.
If you count NFL preseason, you now have no more weekends until Valentine's Day
Let's go.
without football.
Let's go.
NFL preseason starts this weekend. By the time this airs, it'll be in the second week. So
are you a NFL guy?
no, I'm a college football guy.
Okay.
But let me take a step back. I'm a football guy.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say.
There's
don't be
a
getting
time
Crazy.
like the thought of now I hate Thursday night games that the NFL does because they are usually a garbage game. I don't want to watch Jacksonville when they're 6-8 versus the 4-8 Dolphins, whatever. I know this math doesn't add up, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Especially in a color splash uniform, because there was one year, this was about 4 or 5 years ago. It may have been Jacksonville. They had the all gold. It looked like hot dog turd out there. And I was like, what? But some of them they do right.
Right.
Like the
Yeah.
full teal for the Dolphins, I think is awesome.
Hey, the full Panthers blue is fire.
Yes, it is. I agree with that as well.
That's a pretty good
But
one,
anyhow, the point is Thursday night football, though, when there's nothing else on,
It's great.
it's great. Friday night, you get high school. Saturday, you get a lineup of college. Sunday, you get a lineup of NFL. And then you get a premier game Monday night.
So
Right,
we
like,
went.
I mean,
I
there
went
were
to
5 days.
We
there.
went to a game last year, high school game last year, and that's the first time that I've been to a high school game since I was in
Was it
high school.
local?
Probably yes.
Okay,
And it was not my alma mater,
that's fine.
but wow,
Yeah, it's an atmosphere around here.
it's not what it was when we were in school.
No.
Like,
No.
and we played at MTSU.
Right.
So
Back when we drew more than MTSU. So, I mean, an Oakland Riverdale game back then used to.
I think
So,
they still do.
I'm sure.
Now we got Mason, so let's give him
We'll
a year or
see. Yeah,
so.
well,
Let him.
I'm excited
build
to
up.
see that. This is
Me
the
too.
first time in a long
Yeah,
time
Mason's
I've been
gonna do good.
excited for MTSU football.
Yeah.
Even with that flub up where they beat Miami, 2 years ago? Like, okay, cool. But you
The bad part about that was they beat Miami.
gosh.
It
Who did
wasn't.
they lose to
it-
the next week?
It was the next week. They lost to Riverdale.
Basically.
It was something like that. Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
like you
what?
lost to Austin P or something. I mean, it was
Yeah.
something small.
It was a JUCO team,
Yes,
wasn't it?
it may have been, but
it's-
it's fun around here. I mean, like you get to, so for example, to put it in perspective, Oakland Riverdale this past year, the playoff game, the regular season game, Riverdale beats Oakland 24-23, I believe, or 25-24 is 1 point game,
Yep.
and they're going to meet in the third round of the playoffs. And everybody is there. I had a buddy of mine. I was like, I'm not going to this. It was at Riverdale, and I was like, I can't make that trip. Buddy of mine calls me. He says, I've been sitting on Warrior Drive for 45 minutes to get in. Like it was an event. It was awesome. And like that's what you think of when I think of Friday nights around here. And, and the school year starting means that's right around the corner.
Let's
Man,
go.
I can't wait.
When's the first Oakland football game?
Phew, that's a good question. August 12th, maybe?
Is it that early?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It may be the week after that. I can't remember.
Because school starts next week?
Yeah.
Which
12th
the
is not
first-
right. That's not even
which
Friday,
would be the first
I
week of
believe.
August. But
Yeah, it's
I mean,
somewhere in
it's
that
like
range.
A week
They're
after
earlier-
school starts. I didn't realize it was that fast.
Yeah, it's quick now.
I thought it was a couple of weeks out. I thought they had until like September.
It used to be real doggone close to September.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they've crept everything. It's crept up so far now that they have they call it a week 0 game. I'm like, you can't have week 0. But they do that because a lot of schools added in a bye week, right? And then you've got all the playoffs weeks, so that when you get to week 15, you're still at the championship. So I get it; it's fine, but it's still annoying sometimes. That's old me.
Why don't they
being-
just change it to week 1?
Because then you'd have week 16 of the playoffs, and then that wouldn't. I'm sure somebody's math somewhere. The 0 is easier than changing all the media or something. I don't know, Charlie. I don't
know, Charlie. I don't know. Okay?
I'm just here, okay?
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
I'm okay with having a debate about it, man. It's all right.
Oh,
I don't know if
I
I'm
just-
okay with having a debate about it.
I'm logically
So-
thinking that hey, we just need to change the name.
are you only allowed to have 15?
I don't know.
Okay.
Again,
Look, next week
Derry
we're gonna
doesn't
have
know.
we've
all
got
kinds of research.
there's a jamboree on August the 16th.
Okay,
So that is probably when all the local schools will start playing.
so that's week 0.
That's the jamboree. I'm gonna call it week 0, sure. And then
What about week
I
-1?
I love how I will step into something almost every week, and y'all just like
And just run with
yeah, we got a new segment.
And
Derry
then-
doesn't know.
There he does. We got 2 brand new segments
And
coming
then-
out of this episode. Outstanding.
August 23rd is your first full regular season game. It
Okay.
looks like so
Let's-
that should be where your schedule takes off. So
There we go.
Okay.
anyhow.
All right.
Now we
So
know.
yeah, about 2 weeks after school starts is your first full time game. So they'll hit the ground
Week-
running. It's an event, man. It's fun.
Week
around here.
-1's coming up
Week
next
negative
week.
1. That's it.
And then we got
That's
week
it.
0, and
Yeah.
then week 1.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. So
All right, because you got to have a countdown to it. you know.
stop.
That's so good. -1.
But like
Coming in.
the local beat writer for all the high school sports, he's already hit everybody this week. Like because they started full pads this week.
Yeah.
And like I just love watching that. Like he's going to drum up some weird story about the whoever, whatever, and he does a great job doing it.
Yeah.
But it's real easy when it gets to one like the kid out at Rockville who's going to Georgia, and like you just like that gets exciting. You got a local guy playing at SEC level stuff, and we've had somebody go for years.
Yeah.
There's always one or two
Yeah.
somewhere, but like
Yeah.
man, it's fun. Like just
Nobody from Oakland went to a big school?
Oh, yeah. We got Jordan James starting at Oregon this year at tailback. And then Isaiah Horton should be one of their top 2 or 3.
I thought Tennessee took somebody.
Jack Jones?
That was years ago. Yeah, they did take Jack Jones. Man, it seems like I'm missing somebody that went to Tennessee. I feel bad about that, but
Where's what's his name?
yeah.
Okay.
For Oakland?
Yeah.
Morris? Running back?
No.
No.
Golly, he played for the Titans. His son plays at Oakland.
Oh, Hainsworth.
Hainsworth.
Yeah.
Where's Hainsworth going?
I have
he
no
decided
idea.
yet?
I have no idea. He's a senior this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
So I don't know. Well, see, last year he was kind of rigged. What's the word I'm trying to? He was bothered by some injury. Like he had an ankle injury that was nagging him. It didn't start hitting a stride till late in the season.
Yeah.
So I think this year it'll be a 1-2 punch with him and Morris back there. So
That's awesome.
it's go to a high school football game. You don't have to go to your alma mater if you're somewhere close. I would even tell you this: drive up to Cannon County. When you literally watch a whole city come and just watch, because that's what you do on Friday night in small town USA, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's fun. I got a couple of friends who have kids that play up there, and it's an event, man.
I love it.
Like they got to meet the cheerleader, meet the player thing going on this weekend. Like almost like straight out of Friday Night Lights or something.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
cool, man.
That's awesome.
It is fantastic. Awesome. I love local high school football. I love football, but like you get me on some local stuff where just kind of the
Look, I do too. I just haven't had the time to be able to do it.
Yeah.
In a very long time.
Well, you getting ready to? Because I say getting ready to. When your boy's in high school, they'll start. What's he got? Another year of middle school?
He's in 7th grade this
so he
year,
got 2
so
more?
he's got 2 more years.
7th grade's the worst grade that exists. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Like all of my kids, as they came through 7th grade. 7th grade was the one that about as a parent got me. So,
Yeah.
and so it's
Thanks.
just. I mean, hey, you're welcome for the
Hey,
heads up.
I
love
appreciate
my-
you. No,
So-
that's what I'm
Had a
saying. I'm
great
not being a
7th grade
smartass. Thanks
I
for
love
the
my
heads up.
7th grade. I still remember it, but
Yeah.
something's different about it now.
We had a
it's
blast
really
in 7th
crazy.
grade.
I know. I
though.
was about to say
Yeah.
7th grade
6th,
was
7th,
fire.
It was
6th,
awesome.
7th, and 8th.
Yes, 100%.
At Central?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm in
Come on.
complete agreement.
As
I
a
just think so
parent
much
nowadays,
I think it's being on the other side of it. Though,
Yeah,
as
I
a
can see
parent.
that now.
And there's just a lot that happens that just.
That's the first time I ever got in a fight.
Honestly, man, I bet it's so
That's where I was
hard
gonna
to
go
be-
with it. Like
Yeah.
you just
My first black eye.
kids are coming into whether it's a little bit of hormones, a little
Yep.
bit of excitement, older
Yeah.
brother and
You
sister.
remember Ike Reed?
Man, I remember that name. Yeah, he docked you up.
Got me good. Got me good. Yeah.
Man.
I never told you that story.
No, he
It's
gave me
funny.
with a head shake too. He's like, got me good. Like just
Can't even, not even mad.
So we were in class having a party, and it was towards the end of the year.
yeah.
And him and another kid, I don't even remember who the other kid was, but he threw Hershey Kisses at me.
Oh, jeez.
And and I had my back turned, and that's what I hate that. Don't throw something and hit me in the back of the head. Like I hate that. Hate it to this day. I probably hate it because of him, but I really hate it now. So he kept doing it.
That's trauma.
Can you imagine if this guy on the plane had been tossing stuff at Charlie? It's just like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, we'd have gone
Hey,
outside
get
to
up.
play. Yeah.
Somebody open that door.
Oh man.
That's what I wanted to ask him. You want to go outside and play? So I kept telling Ike, I'm like, look, man, stop. Don't hit me in the back of the head with no Hershey Kiss. Like I hate that shit. Whatever. Okay. So he did it again.
Poke the bear. Like,
Yeah.
that's exactly what that did.
He did it again.
Sure he did.
I turned around and I said, that's it. I'm done with let's go outside. So he got up and he walked in front of me and started going out the front door. And we, it was a class party, right? So I had back you remember the 3 liter of Cokes?
Yeah, dude, a 3 liter.
Okay, I had a 3 liter of
3
Coke
liter.
sitting by my desk. So I picked up that 3 liter and just hurled that some biscuit as hard as I could throw it, hit him right in the back of the head.
Oh snap. Oh dear.
I told you, don't poke the bear.
Told you, don't throw no Hershey Kisses at me.
You get a 3 liter. Natural retaliation.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a natural progression of how big things come back at you.
Hershey's Kiss,
Yeah.
3 liter dump truck. Like, that's what
Where's the disconnect?
Yeah.
Oh my
Next
God.
would be Jupiter. Here you go. So we go through we get into it a little bit right there, and no big deal. And we don't have a problem with each other now. I've seen him since he's been in a restaurant.
Yeah.
So
That's hilarious.
You need to keep a bag of Hershey Kisses. And if he ever walks in, just go slide one.
Here you go, bud.
Hey, compliments to the
So-
store. Like that's just
We get done with school, and he was a car rider,
yeah,
and I rode the bus.
yeah.
And we're going down to the, how you went down to the auditorium, all in a single file line and shit. Well, I saw him, and I told the teacher that I left a book in my locker.
Oh, you was gonna go finish it.
And I needed to go back.
So
So
that guy.
yeah, so I went and got a book, and he's standing out on the stoop of Central. I'll never forget it, like it was yesterday. And sure enough, I came around the corner. He got dolly-whopped again in the back of the head with a book.
Oh no.
So we went from 3 liter to book.
Yeah. There's a density factor.
Yeah.
Density.
yeah, it was thick. Like it had to feel like the Yellow Pages way. Anyway, it was thick. So we tussled around a little bit, and he got the best of me.
There you go.
But it is what it is. Yeah,
That's fun.
Wow.
I got suspended for a few days.
Can't win them all.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
it's good stuff.
That's a
you
good.
know,
That was
yeah,
man.
perspective.
Perspective. That's the title of this one for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Made this one easy.
there you go.
Hershey kiss to Jupiter.
She leader to 3.
Uh,
Go
I
ahead.
was going to say,
So-
as far as the school year goes,
Yeah. How about you?
I get excited for the routine.
Yeah.
Like my
Get back
morning
to
set,
normal.
yeah, back to normal, right?
Yeah.
And it's not that it's. But I keep a pretty good routine in the summer. I don't ever have that day where I just sleep in and take off and just like I'm not doing anything. But just that rhythm, just of knowing what I'm doing, kind of
Yeah.
sets everything in motion. And what I think is uniquely odd is how so much about how day-to-day operates, because so many people are oriented with school, whether you're a parent, the kid, whatever. And I mean, everybody, I know people who have no affiliation with schools whatsoever. Summertime still when they do all this, because that's when all the expectations of the deals or whatever are. So, but yeah, I get excited about that routine. But yeah, the fall sport, just athletics in general. So
I love it.
it's a fun time of year.
Yeah,
It gets exciting.
it's great, man. Like I said, we like the school year, getting back in rock and rolling. So
We can't miss mac or beans.
let's make it happen.
Would you rather be blind or deaf? I didn't tell you because I want a true response.
That's a tough one.
It is.
It's a real tough one. I'm gonna pick neither. It's not an option, is it?
Cheater.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't wish that on anybody either
No,
way.
I don't either.
And it's hard. Like if I had to choose my sight or my hearing, I think I would still be blessed because I would have taste
Right.
and smell.
That's fair.
Right? So I would probably have to go with deaf because you could still communicate and do things on your own
I think life is easier if
with sight.
with sight. Correct.
Yeah.
However, music means so much to me, and I the amount of music I consume, podcasts, just that kind of stuff, all in general. It's like, man, like wow, that'd be wild to think of a life with none of that.
Yeah.
However, I think life would be easier with sight. I mean,
that would be the hard thing. I mean, if with my life currently today, I could probably keep doing what I'm doing without my sight,
right,
with assistance,
right. And the technology is probably a lot closer on hearing than it is sight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but with not being able to hear and speak, really,
yeah,
at this point, at 44 years old, I'd probably still be able to speak
right.
because I already
You
know how to
understood
speak,
it, right? Yeah,
right?
yeah,
and
yeah.
know what it sounds like in my own head.
Yeah.
So, I mean, selfishly, Yeah, make me deaf now.
I didn't mean to make mac and beans kind of dark. It feels a little dark. I'm going to stay away from that now. So, a little perspective.
Perspective.
Yeah. Great time.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yacht
so funny.
or sailboat. Mac or beans.
Man.
We're gonna. There you
That's
go.
It.
Pick
That's
one.
It. Beer money or
Yeah,
perspective.
beer money or perspective. Which one would you rather have?
That's right. Sometimes beer money will get you a new perspective.
Yeah.
You ready for Friday Feel Good, man?
Let's make it happen.
Look, guys, finish a task this week. You have more than likely been putting something off that you have drug your feet on. Oftentimes, look, Charlie's already over giggling like, yeah, you got one in mind.
Yeah.
Finish a task this week. And I guarantee you it's going to take less time to do than what you've made it out to be. Knock it out. Feel the freedom and the release of not having that burden, and just take care of that task and just let it go. Look, keep the perspective of having put it behind you and move on to the new things. Look, you know exactly what you need to do, and you need to go find somebody you know and tell them you love them. Finish a task this week.
I love it, man.
Hey, got the official seal of approval on that one.
There you go.
That one hit home, man.
That's it.
I
Good one.
I didn't do something recently, and
Yep.
it did that.
Yeah.
Did that, so you're right.
Guys,
man.
I appreciate you as always. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for such a good show. As always, I'm your man, Charlie. If you want to get involved, please feel free to reach out to me, Charlie at singletreebbq.com. You can give me a phone call. Don't know what I was going to say, but give me a phone call at 615-307-0120. All the social podcast channels and all the things. So
You tired?
I am beat.
Those
beat.
ribs hitting
So
too.
y'all, until next time, we'll see you then.
Y'all be good.
Thanks for joining us today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, leave us a 5-star review and come see us at the restaurant.